So I made a post on my Facebook page about Najee Harris. I was asking a question. I basically said Najee Harris was drafted in the first round to be a top 10 running back in the league, be one of the best running backs in the league. I mean, a running back is not like a quarterback. Let's be honest. That is why he was drafted. Quarterbacks, they're like a fine wine. They get better with age. Running backs have a short shelf life in the league. It's about 4 or 5 years. Most running backs last in the league. They come in the league as rookies, ready to rumble. They're superior athletes, especially Najee Harris. I mean, he's a superior athlete. He's 230 pounds. I mean, built like a brick shit house, should be able to run people over and bowl people over. And he's not even top 20 in the league right now. He's not even top 30 in the league right now. There's quarterbacks in the league that are rushing more than Najee Harris right now in the league. I mean, Najee Harris is like at the bottom of the barrel in the league right now. And I said, is it too early to call him a bust? And I mean, was I being serious? No. I mean, I'm not going to call Najee Harris a bust now. I mean, I was one of the main ones calling for give James Conner one more year when all the Steelers fans were calling for his head. And I mean, we had a fucking horrible offensive line. Now that's all the reactions I'm getting. Are you stupid? Delete your page. Why would you even ask that question? Najee, I didn't even say Harris was a bust for one, and all these people were basically saying that I said that, but I didn't say that. I asked a question. And that's all I get. It's the O line. It's the O line. It's the O line. It's the O line. But let's just look at some of these stats right now. Cordell Patterson. Who does this fool play for? I don't even know. He has 302 rushing yards. He's for Atlanta right now. I never even heard of this fool. He has 302 yards. Does Atlanta have a great offensive line? I don't really think so. This dude has 302 yards. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, that's who I wanted Pittsburgh to draft. I wish the Colts didn't draft him. He's what, fifth in the league in rushing right now? 286 yards. Fourth in the league in rushing. I mean, the Colts have a really good offensive line. But Jonathan Taylor is just an elite supreme back, runs a 4.3 40, is 225 pounds. Like, does Najee Harris have that separation speed, to that breakaway speed to where he can take it to the house any given play? I really don't think so. Najee Harris doesn't have that breakaway speed. He's kind of a bruiser back. He's a power back. He's supposed to carry the pow. That's the type of back. Jerome Bettis, I don't give a fuck if there was a hole, if there wasn't a hole. It didn't fucking matter to Jerome Bettis. If it was Brian Urlacher standing in front of him, Jerome Bettis is going to lower his fucking shoulder and he's going to pick up that motherfucking first down on 3rd and 1. You can best believe and guarantee Jerome Bettis is coming up with that 3rd and 1. I don't see that out of Najee Harris. I don't see that smash mouth type of running back. I mean, sometimes, but other times he just gets shut down right at the line. He doesn't even average 3.5 yards a clip. He only is averaging 3.2 yards a clip right now. Jalen Warren is averaging 6.5 yards a clip. Why is Jalen Warren getting so much more production per carry than Najee Harris right now? Why is that? Najee Harris is so good, and the only reason he's not top 10 in the league right now is because of the offensive line. Why is Jalen Warren averaging 6 yards a clip and Najee Harris only averaging 3.2 yards per clip? All right. Am I saying Najee Harris is a bust? No. But I'm saying Najee Harris got to be fucking better for this offense to strive. It starts and stops with Najee Harris. We're building this dude up to be the face of the motherfucking franchise. He's got to be better on the ground. This is a grounded pound type of team, and we got to build that identity. People said the offense has been bad for so long. We got to fire Matt. We just fired Randy Fichtner a year ago, 2 years ago. This is Matt Canada's only his second year. People are already calling for the dude to be fired. Oh, but we can't question if Najee Harris is a bust or not. That's way too early. You can't say that. You can't say that. But we don't even give Matt Canada a chance. We're calling for Mike Tomlin to be fired when he's had 15 straight winning seasons and our franchise quarterback just retired, and we're trying to rebuild a whole new identity on offense, and that identity is supposed to be a Najee Harris smash mouth offense. We knew we weren't going to be able to pass the ball. People said, well, we knew we can't run the ball. Actually, that's why we drafted Najee Harris in the first round, is to turn the run game around. Yes, the offensive line is not getting holes, but the offensive line has been improving, especially if I'm not a PFF guy, but if you want to go by PFF, I mean, Chooks Okafor is one of the top tackles this year. The Steelers haven't gave up a sack all year long, I believe. Daniels has been playing good this year. Dotson's playing all right. The center we got has been playing good this year. And Dan Moore might be the worst one we got. They're not great at run blocking, and the offensive line is not good. Mitchell Trubisky's not been good. The play calling has been great, but it's a combination at all levels. Pat Fryermuth's still only in his second year. Is Claypool that good? He's an athletic freak, but he's not putting up crazy numbers. He's not putting up Randy Moss numbers. Deontay Johnson's putting up numbers, but he still drops the ball a lot. I think he's still soft. He's scared to go over the middle. And the offensive line's not good. Mitchell's missing open receivers down the field. So it's a combination of things. But the offense is supposed to start with Najee Harris coming in there and picking up 5 yards, being able to lower his shoulder, hole or no hole, and just grind it to pick up at least 4 or 5 yards. And then you hand it to him again and you pick up at least 2-3 yards, possibly a first down. You want to get at least 4 yards a clip. At least 3.5 yards a clip, because then if you give it to him every time, 3.5 yards, that's 3.5. 3.5 makes 7, and then another 3.5 gives you 10.5 for a first down. All right. So, you got to be better than 3.2 yards a clip on the ground. I'm sorry, you got to be better than 3.2 yards a clip on the ground. And he really didn't average that much yards per clip on the ground neither. Like Willie Parker averaged a lot of yards per clip. All right. Give me a Willie Parker any day. And that's what I'm saying too. Najee Harris is never, ever going to have that breakaway speed ever in his career. He doesn't have it now, and I don't think he'll ever get that breakaway type of speed. I mean, does he need more holes? Yeah. But he needs to get better. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to put this team on his back and hit them fucking holes with aggression and fire up this offense and lead this offense. This man needs to step up and lead this team and lead this offense. So everybody wants to blame Mitch. But if Mitch is coming in there on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, it opens up the playbook to so many different plays. And he's not even in the top 20 in rushing. I mean, look at the names ahead of him. Tony Pollard, a backup running back, has more yards than fucking Najee Harris. David Montgomery has more yards than Najee Harris. Damian Harris, Jalen Hurts, a quarterback, has more. Jamal Williams, who plays, I think for who the hell does he play for? He's a backup running back, I think, for Denver. There's a backup running back, and Javonte Williams, he plays for Denver, has more rushing yards than Najee Harris. Josh Jacobs, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard's a backup running back to Ezekiel Elliott, Jeff Wilson, Damian Pierce. Who the hell is Damian Pierce? Who does Damian Pierce? Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are one of the worst fucking teams in the league. You think their offensive line's good? Why do you think Deshaun Watson won it out of town? Because their offensive line is horrendous too. And Damian Pierce has 182 yards on the ground. Saquon Barkley played behind one of the worst offensive lines in the league for the past 5, 6, 7 years. The Giants have been trying to rebuild their offensive line for years now. And Saquon Barkley was out there just bowling dudes, putting up crazy numbers, Madden type numbers until he got hurt, and now he's back healthy with a little bit of a better offensive line, and he's second in the league. Joe Mixon for Cincinnati has been playing behind one of the worst offensive lines in the league for fucking years, and Joe Mixon's out there just big boy football running over fools. It don't matter who's in front of him. He's still putting up Pro Bowl type numbers, top 10 type numbers. So I don't want to hear all these excuses for Najee Harris. This dude's supposed to be the leader. This dude's supposed to be the alpha. This dude's got to put this offense and this team on his motherfucking back and build this identity through Najee Harris. Period. Plain and simple. Najee Harris got to play better. He is the captain. He is the guy. He's got to be better. Period. Is he a bust? No, but he's got to be better. Mitchell's got to be better. Canada's got to be better. Tomlin's got to be better. The defense has got to be better. This whole team's got to be better. So throwing Kenny Pickett into this situation is crazy. It's asinine. It's fucking blasphemy. It's any adjective that you can come up with. All right. That's just insane. All right. To even throw this rookie into this situation. All right. You got to trust the process, and the process is building internally and just, getting better each week. And that's what we're going to do against the Jets. And I think it's going to start on the ground with Najee Harris, player of the game, get this big win over the scrub-ass New York Jets, go to 2-2, and then go on to the next one and see where we're at. But I want to get a little rant up here about Najee Harris and why he needs to be better for this team.